Obia is a big question. Everybody's asking a big question. So last season, Enzo Maresca and Chelsea were in and around this same position. The question is being asked again. The same position has come up again. Can Maresca and Nemrantien win the English Premier League? Or again, they are not title contenders? Because Saubekaya, last year was Liverpool on top of the league. Chelsea at some point was second. 1 point of Liverpool, 2 points of Liverpool, 3 points. It got to a point where the team totally capitulated. December fixtures, no? Chelsea were losing to Fulham, losing to that game, and they put them in serious precarious situation. And obviously, that asked a lot of questions about Enzo Maresca. People felt like Maresca no crown on Nyade, he's not good enough to be able to play to that level. He's not good. But in his first season, it was always going to be difficult or far-fetched to say Enzo Maresca will win the league. However, this is the second season, almost at the same time, somewhere in November, entering December, in the festive fixture congestion, and then into January up until March. I remember last year by this time I sat here and I said I wish Chelsea are in the top 2, top 3 by March. I don't know what will happen next year March, but the signs are clear. After the round of games winning against Burnley in a rather lackluster fashion, not so nice fashion, winning Man City for losing their game, Liverpool losing, and then a big clash today at the Emirates in the North London derby. It is a big question. Can Chelsea win the English Premier League? Are they there yet? Is there a team in there that can go on and win the English Premier League? And it is the question that has come up again. For me, I'll tell you what my candid opinion is also a story. I have a Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing. Someone subscribe to the channel and subscribe to the channel. Turn the notification turn on the show. Choose all just so anytime your content ever drop, we'll obey your first person. I won't say it's my content. Maybe no I enjoy analysis in that. So you invested here. Then yesterday, Liverpool. Any Borussia Dortmund versus Stuttgart, both of them could not win. It ended in a 3-3 draw. That is what messed up everything. But that doesn't matter. Today, they are well researched again. Anytime a one code ever say a code, it means that we are almost there. When we start, it's a winning streak. We've gone again. The codes are ready in the description of the video. Go into the description of the video. Go and pick up codes and give yourself a huge chance at winning something in it on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Of course, on the other side, let me say my thank yous. First off, Yesumo Spare Parts Dealership Shop. Come and say, my kind is several times. If it's about car spare parts and it's dealership, then Yesumo is the guy. Or our car, I will also kind post office. Solid services for you. Baby ass spare parts out pay. So only we club I could pay me. In fact, what's me crafty Nigeria, bro. Once it gets together, he does what he calls a nationwide delivery. Wherever you are in the country, Yesumo send you your goods and make sure so everything is sorted in that regard. And that's exactly what I bring to your friend Yesumo in terms of car spare parts and what you man. Fred on 059-313-8221. 059-313-8221. Call Yesumo right away. He will make sure that he takes good care of everything that you do need for you in terms of car spare parts, home saying. He will sort everything out for you when it comes to car spare parts and all of its business. Many signing my name and the question. Yesumo will sort everything out for you. Come on, pass. Reach out to Yesumo Spare Parts Dealership Shop today. Let me be and come on. And from our of course, MOB clothing. If it's about clothes, apparel, looking clean, looking dapper, and making sure so you have the right things to wear for the various occasions that you want to go to. Then MOB Clothing is the guy for you. He will sort things out for you nicely. He will, make things happen for you. MOB, nice palm out. Will be a new shop also. Tudu Aflao Station honum. Tudu Aflao Station. I am be clothing. Be another shop honum. He does the job nicely for you, Mr. Fred on 0200-668-708, 0200-668-708, 0200-668-708. Now, he should take very, very good care of your stuff for you, your clothes, your apparel, and stuff like that. And then, if you go on to the Premier League table and then have the conversation of the English Premier League, it is very interesting. Interesting in the sense that it looks as if Maresca and then Mantiano have done what is hugely the unthinkable. I don't think so before the season started, anybody gave Chelsea a dog chance to be second by November. Yes, that is early days yet. Chelsea, you can't really confirm that this is going to be Chelsea's final position. In fact, League you about just 1/3 of the games, about 24 more games to go in the league, So it means that there are lots more matches to go, there are lots more games to play, lots more stories to tell, and you can't paint the final picture at this point in time. So it's just not done yet. It's just not done yet in terms of the quality, which is very, very important in terms of what Chelsea would want to do. The quality of play, how they went up against Burnley. In fact, it was a game that I said was just the same as last week's game, against the Wolverhampton Wanderers game. Other teams will be playing amongst themselves at the top area. Those teams would have to find ways to win their games. Now, if Wo against a lower placed team, then it's an opportunity for you to win your game regardless of what it comes with. And it was again at the Turf Moor, at the place where Chelsea have had some success. At a Saturday 12:30 match viewing and playing time. Obviously, a time where Chelsea have had also some success as well. So it was meant to be sure, of course. Tactically, it wasn't that straightforward for Enzo Maresca and the Mantian because Scott Parker was excellent, setting up a midfield blockage of defensive solidity and then preventing Chelsea from progressing the ball through the third zone was something that really did affect them. Again, when you look away from that, the conversation in and around the extra midfielder and how Chelsea was struggling in the absence of our branch friend Moises Caicedo and the top performance of our branch friend Santos was absolutely the key difference maker in the game, and that was something that was very, very important for Enzo Maresca and then the Mantian when it comes to the game and how they want to go on and play that games. It was very, very important. Without Cole Palmer, without Levi Cole, two of Chelsea's most important players, one in defense, one in attack. The English Premier League table reads at match day 12 for Chelsea, just match day 11 for Arsenal. What it means is that after Arsenal plays their game today, they have the chance to increase the gap and then go straight to about 6 points between themselves and Chelsea, who are in second place. But this is what it looks like. Arsenal 26 points after 11 games. Chelsea 23 points after 12 games. Man City 22 points after 12 games. Crystal Palace 20, Brighton 19, Sunderland 19, Bournemouth 19, Tottenham 18, Villa 18, Man United 18. So that is exactly what the Maresca is such a darn coach, man. And I said this several times, people do not give Enzo Maresca credit. See, I said it that in terms of today, the coaches that are in the world, whether currently, in the past, in the future, whatnot, there isn't a single coach that is better suited to this Chelsea job and that would have done a better job at transforming this Chelsea team than any other coach in the world. There is absolutely no coach in the world that would have done a better job. I remember at some point in time, people spoke about Luis Enrique and how Luis Enrique came to England and all of those stories about it. Enzo Maresca caught Luis Enrique in that Club World Cup final and then did a job against them. Management of this squad, this young squad, management of the team with some very, very funny injuries, calmness with it, being very sensible with all of those things now has been the smartness, then the holy grail of our bench friend Enzo Maresca and then the Chelsea side now. And I mean, as the going gets there, as it gets to the point where Chelsea know that they can go on and then win the game and then win something all game. It's important. I mean, when you compare Chelsea to Arsenal, these are two complete different sides. Arsenal, well experienced, gone through the mill, have fallen down, stood up, understood things, have much more experience, solid defensively. As to Chelsea, solid in attack. It's the thing when it comes to talking about Chelsea when you compare them to Arsenal Football Club. But again, the bigger question is that Can Chelsea do it? And I think that's what Enzo Maresca has to change this season, is to change the mentality. Yes, maybe you can say in the press certainly that, oh, we are not in that title race conversation just yet and all of those things. No, it's about letting the players understand in the dressing room that they can fight for the title, that they can push Arsenal for the title. They just need to stay calm, they need to take it game after game, and make sure that. And for me, if our Enzo Maresca is press secretary, I would advise him that anytime he goes into a press conference and they ask him about the title winning and stuff like that, on catch him say he will take it game after game. Sane so catch him say BBR will be taking a game after game. Or don't be signing Beyonce say game after game. He will take everything game after game. Don't make total conclusions and say that, oh, Chelsea will win or Chelsea will not win. Don't do that. But then again, let them understand that there's a game where Chelsea will take it game after game. And it's very important. I've said it several times that imagine a midfield one time where Chelsea going and play Caicedo, Enzo, any Andre Santos, Fiifi-Manfred in a 3-1-5-1 or 3-1-6. But Chelsea will just need an attacking fullback. I've said it several times. It has to get to the point where Chelsea are confident in Reece James going up and down the touchline in that regard, and then have two centre backs ready to build up in the ball. Have Andre Santos, Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo at the back. Either way, Palmer Estaval at right wing, fullback Malo Gomes attacking outside will also work. Against low blocks, Chelsea can use Estaval outside as a right winger and let Caicedo drop into the right back position. So there are a lot of ways where Maresca will choose to exploit sideways now. 4 goals and assists for Estaval in his last 5 games. 5 goals and assists for Pedro Neto in his last 5 games. And it's serious competition. The young man, Emma Brentia friend Estaval Willian, Omar Brentia friend Pedro Neto, some crazy competition our games now. And for me, that is good. That is healthy competition. And that's why when people keep on saying, oh, play Estaval Willian. I've said it several times. For me, I'm the biggest fan of our brand friend Estaval Willian. But you can understand that Maresca, I'm the biggest fan of our brand friend Pedro Neto. But then you can understand that Maresca wants to manage the young Brazilian. You don't have to throw in the young boy just because he has had some good games and he's a good talent in TDB the neighbor. You run him down before he starts his work on, man. We'll see how things are going to go on. Caicedo, the defensive awareness, have improved massively in the last 12 months. It used to be the weakness because he wasn't really a 6, but you see Andre Santos as a 6. It's a natural thing for him. His defensive awareness is off the charts. When I said Tosin benefited from him, it wasn't a joke. And I think that's one of the best things that Andre Santos added to the Chelsea team, because at the back corner here, the strength of Moises Caicedo is going hands for the ball. But there's something we call the defensive awareness, right? Where we are defenders, in fancy because there are about 3 or 4 players in the midfield, or tracker or run a ball on a call wide, or you beat me feel blindside. But it's really about your defensive awareness. It was something that in the first season at Chelsea, I don't think Caicedo was there. But then he has improved largely. Now he has become top in that regard. It's something that comes natural to our brand friend Andre Santos. When he played as a 6, you could see defensive awareness, winning of duels, covering of ground. It was so important for our brand your friend Andre Santos, and played as a 6. What Santos job is masterclass as how to play in that position. It's textbook stuff. Everything your coach will teach you in finding space, moving the ball after regaining possession, where to position in every phase. It's close to perfect. Andre was brilliant, and no wonder Somomano, the man of the match award, he was absolutely the best player on the night. You can give him a lot of credits. Of course, this season, Asiabo season, City have lost 4 games in 12. Liverpool have lost winning as many games. Also, the title race over. It looks as if at the end of Arsenal there, and that is where people are beginning to ask questions. Say, can Chelsea go into it and then win something, win the trophy, get the trophy off team your friend Arsenal Football Club? And is it likely that is going to happen? Or we'll see how things are after the game. And Joko say Andre Santos, if Chelsea have designs on going deep into competitions this season, I think they will play him enough to satisfy him now. But for me, he looks like a starter. And it's true. That's the thing with all of that Chelsea team. All of those young boys look like starters. Maybe barring Obidise Gittins and Nipa Bako no all struggle in the area no maybe because of the form of Kukurea and what Kukurea gives the team Jao Hato side on him who hasn't really lived up to the billing in terms of left center back, left back and inverting into the middle on this man. But I mean everybody seems to be solid in that regard. Those young boys, almost everybody looks like a starter. Now Joko went on to talk about Andre Santos being saying off the ball. We questioned, didn't we? We said, how would Chelsea react without Moises Caicedo? Today, because of the things that he can do, blocking runs and breaking down play. But Santos, is absolutely outstanding. Time there was a bit of danger, he sniffed it out. Sometimes I think players have a natural ability in this era, and he seems to be one of those type of players. Chelsea got Enzo Fernandez, Romeo Lavia, Caicedo, Andre Santos as well. Is there a better collection of 4 midfielders in the league, central midfielders, in that sort of type of players, in that they are? I don't think there is, according to Joko. Chelsea has the best midfield 4 English Premier League or tournament. He says that's the best. Now, any Joko didn't come about Abrantia friend Andre Santos, Abrantia friend Joel Lescott also spoke about Andre Santos. Not only did he win it back, but in all the clips you have seen, he keeps possession. That is an important thing. To not just make a tackle and block it, and then the ball is at risk of a 50-50. Then he goes to keep possession, to keep the level of understanding from someone so young, so impressive, as you would usually expect it from someone with lots of more of experience. That is what Andre Santos Ekana. After the game, whilst Andre Santos got the man of the match award, the teammate Pedro Neto was right there. Now, Pedro Neto was asked about Andre Santos. Now, say, Andre is unbelievable. We need this type of performance when there are a lot of battles. It's always good to come back from the break with a win. We are looking forward to the big games and talking about the subsequent game on Wednesday, and of course the other game that will go on next week also against Arsenal. I think that one of the things going forward is Chelsea in big games can absolutely afford to play Andre as a 6, play Caicedo box to box, add Enzo Fernandez to them, then play Reece James as an attacking fullback, or play Marco Correa as an attacking fullback, and then drop either Garnacho or Gittins. Have up top Joao Pedro from the other side. For me, I think that makes a lot of sense, to be very honest with you, and it's something that I would love to have it. Andre Santos sitting as a 6, Caicedo box to box, Enzo Fernandez right there in the middle. It's going to be such a team, like a difficult team to play against. You just know that this is a team where you would have to battle it out to be able to win them, because that young man is impressive. Now, Maresca said, I am very impressed with Andre, but Andre is working well. We all know that Andre is a 6. Let's know, Maresca said, we all know that Andre is a 6. His position is the position that he played today. Previously, he played in different positions, and the reason why is because we have Moy there. So it's not easy for Andre, but he is adapting and he's doing well. The truth of the matter is that when Maresca had to make Moises Caicedo the 6 that he is right now, he has now gone for there is the natural 6 now in the team, who is a deeper player in the absence of Romeo. So Andre can play as that 6, then have Caicedo. In fact, Caicedo's real position is a box-to-box CM. Somebody can go up and down the touchline. Somebody can create chances in that area. That is Caicedo's real position in terms of the footballer we can play which is very, very important. We'll see how things are going to go over. And of course, Enzo Maresca was asked about Andre's performance. Like I've said, when you go on and you look at the focus, Andre Santos after the game, I say, Charlie, Chelsea fans have been sending him good messages for a very long time. I like to get involved with the tackles to help my teammates, and I'm happy for the performance today and the performance of the team. We fought very well for the win, according to Andre Santos. Enzo Maresca, I'm the league record in charge for Chelsea. We're above 50 games. We're share 27. We're draw 11. And of course, we're losing 12 games. 87 goals scored, 54 goals conceded, 17 clean sheets for Papa friend Enzo Maresca. And as a coach, the kind of things that he has been doing very, very important for him. Now, after the game, Andre Santos spoke some more, say it's a big victory. So I'm really happy to be here and to play. Every day I learn something from Moises, Enzo, Romeo Lavia. Our team is like a family and we help each other every day. And I'm so happy to play with all of them. And you see, what Maresca is doing is brilliant. To look at this game and say, what's the for fun? There's a big game on Tuesday, so I want you to rest. I don't want you to even travel. Sit out. Benoit coming out 45 minutes, reach over about 45 minutes. Charlie, to manage the game nicely like that, for me, I like it. I like it so much, and it makes a lot of sense when it comes to how Enzo Maresca went into the game to manage it. Now, we will finish round 12 of the Premier League in second, and then that's one thing that you'll love over there. The conversation around Andre Santos, one of the best. Now, Maresca was asked after not bringing Estevao Willian on if he's disappointed. Then he's not playing on Tuesday. We know Estevao most likely won't play here on Tuesday. Maresca is going to start a young man. He's going to start him to come on and then come and play some good football. I mean, the last 3 games in the Premier League, Chelsea, 3 wins, 3 clean sheets, 6 goals scored. That tells you the quality of Maresca and the man. I mean, I said it from day one that for me, the very first day I listened to that man, he was a brilliant, articulate, excellent young man. I mean, coach who knew exactly what he wanted to do, and that's exactly why I felt like okay, this man was going to go far. He's a quality when it comes to a branch friend Enzo Maresca, the quality of play, the understanding of the things that he wants to do. I think that's one of the best things that you can get from him, and that's exactly what you get from a branch friend Enzo Maresca. He brings you all the smartness, everything that you need from him. No, he's definitely going to get a job done when it comes there from a branch your friend, your friend Enzo Maresca, the quality of play and everything, top notch, top notch. We'll see how things are going to pan out from there. Now, Enzo Maresca set up his team in a really, really nice way, excellent way to plan and go for it. My big analysis of whether Chelsea can win the league for me is that Arsenal have built a team over the years that has been very, very successful. Now, when you look at something like goal scorers, and now Chelsea joint top goal scorers, Joao Pedro, any Enzo Fernandez. Now these are the top joint goal scorers. Only Man City have scored more goals than Chelsea this season. Yet, despite Enzo Maresca's side scoring freely, their joint top scorers are Joao Pedro, and Enzo Fernandez and Pedro Neto only have 4 goals each. 4. Chelsea don't know exactly where the goals will come from. What a Chelsea profile now, open play goals, say corners, throw-ins. Chelsea have not scored any from such counter-attacks. They have about 29 times. Direct free kick, penalties 4%, direct free kick 4%, and then there is one also, indirect free kicks also 5%. So Chelsea seem to have, a wide vast of how the game will be played, but majority of their goals come from open play. They can play with you by banning set pieces where and that's what makes the scorers slightly different. And I think that is also similar to Arsenal, albeit Arsenal have not scored as much as Chelsea. The strength of Arsenal is in that defense, the defense of Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, Piero Nkapi, Ricardo Calafiori, all of these very top guys. That's where the strength of the Arsenal team is. In the defense. Now that is where Chelsea have a slight weakness, and Arsenal team have been experienced for a very long time. They play together for a very long time. Can Chelsea stop them? Can Chelsea go toe to toe with them? It is unlikely. It's unlikely for Chelsea to be able to do that in terms of going toe to toe with them for the long haul for a very long time now. It's not likely it's going to happen, despite starting on the back foot and only defending a narrow lead for most of the match. Chelsea grinded a tight away win against Burnley to slip past Man City in second place of the Premier League table. Now, of course, Chelsea won a winning by 1-0 in Austria. Like I said earlier, Burnley had a strong start, constantly clogging the middle of the pack to make it very difficult for Chelsea. And Chelsea though goal kick scenarios were dealt with, forcing Dubravka to go long. The issue of Chelsea's perspective and other instances was the off-the-ball pressure, which was not at the needed standard. The press, the counter press, and this was apparently in the following play, leading to Burnley chance that originates from Delap not applying pressure. And I think that is something that Delap probably has to check. This is where Abantia, your friend Andre Santos, was solid He read the game so well and understood exactly what he has to do to be able to win duels and then play forward and get a success that he needed to get. Now, it was very, very important for Abantia, your friend Andre Santos, to go into games like this and get the success that he needed to get in terms of the football that was going to go on. It was very, very important. Of course, Man City had only lost one of their last 8 Premier League games, and Pep Guardiola looked to have settled the team he believed could keep the run going. Guardiola said this period is when the season really starts. After disruption of the transfer window and international break have ended, the games from now till March is a time when the eventual champions start positioning themselves for the final sprint. It was the ideal opportunity, particularly with players returning from injury and string of other together famous chains of victories. This defeat is such a blow to Manchester City's title hopes. Arsenal, able to go 7 points clear on Sunday, is the best North London rivals will be able to get. Of course, that's going to be a huge one for Arsenal. If they're able to go 7 points clear of Manchester City, then obviously they've gone on and then won the league on them. Even from secular world view, you look at the quality of our brand of team, my friend, Manchester City, how good they are, the quality of play that it comes with now. We'll see how things are going to go on. We'll see if that is going to be able to do that. They say that these are the big three who has tougher fixtures in that game now. Another game where Marco Correa came on and then he was spot on for the kind of football that he put out for Team Friendly Chelsea Football Club. Marco Correa was excellent all through. And on Tuesday, there's going to be that big one between any branch here friend Lamine Yamal, Ibanez Nazari. A big battle. Big battle power and a because between the two players now. We'll talk about it. We'll delve into the conversation. When that conversation comes in, we'll see how things are going to turn out from there. When Abantia, your friend Lamine Yamal, Ibanez Nazari meet Abantia, your friend Marco Correa. And no Premier League player has created more clear-cut chances, 5, than Joao Pedro this season. Creating a lot of things, playing very, very well, and being the main guy in that play, has been very, very important for Team Friendly Chelsea Football Club. Many Abantia, your friend Joao Pedro, you have done a very, very good job in that regard. He deserves all the credit for the good job now. Of course, Chelsea phoning him said they have to go on step by step, and like I've said, that's how Enzo Maresca should tackle things. It has to be step by step. Back when Chelsea didn't get their full points, Enzo apologized to the fans with tears in his eyes. If he could speak English, the whole fan base would already adore him. He's a winner, of course. I think that the captain's armband has pushed my brand here friend Enzo Fernandez to be able to get to the top, to be able to get things done on him. And that is the right thing that he'll be able to do when it comes to any the things that he has to do over there. And it's an excellent one for our brand here friend Enzo Fernandez to do. His form, everything. And I like the fact that Andre Santos did mention, said the team is like a family and they push each other and it gets the very top. Young, like-minded men that want to win something. Obviously, it's time for them to go into it and get a success that they have been looking for now for a very, very long time. And for me, it's a very, very good one for them. Guys, let me draw the curtain here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. This one, I'll see you sometime later. Bye-bye.